Hi, 10th grade. You know, seems to be a theme that just keeps running through my mind. And you've heard it a couple of times if you watch my videos. But, in the hard times, we need to run to God and not away from God. And that seems to apply to the lesson this week and also the lesson next week. We can run to God for our identity, or we can run to other things to try to find our identity. We can run to God for a purpose, or we can go to other things to try to find purpose in life. We can run to God for comfort when we're going through hard times, or we can run away from God and try to find our comfort in other things. It reminds me of a story that I probably told you before, but Philip Welty, in a school that I was in back in the 90s, it was a Christian school, and he was the salutatorian. And when he gave his speech, he told us the story of his life. He told us the testimony, and he talked about when he was a little boy. He was in the kitchen one day, and his mom was boiling water, and he didn't have the concept of hot boiling water, but he was able to reach up as high as he could and grab the edge of that pan or the handle of that pan, and it overturned and poured that boiling water onto his little back. And obviously he was taken to the hospital in the emergency room and cared for. And as he was lying in the hospital bed, feeling sorry for himself, he said, they brought another little boy in that was younger than him, and he was burnt much more severely than Philip was. And eventually he heard this little boy's story, and the story is this little boy's own father purposely dipped this little boy in hot oil as a punishment for something he had done. I don't know if he was crying too much or what it was, but this father literally dipped his own son, his little boy, into hot oil. And Philip said, "Man, I quit feeling sorry for myself because I saw how blessed I was with a loving family. This was just an accident that I had, but this was an evil father who dipped his own son in this hot oil." And he goes on to talk about how in his life he learned not only from that incident, but other incidents in his life, how he needed to have the attitude of becoming better, not bitter. Don't get bitter about things you're going through, angry about things you're going through. And I kind of relate that the same way. Bad things are going to happen. We live in a fallen world. We live in a sinful world. Junk's going to happen. We're going to go through hard times. Families are going to break up. People we love are going to die. We're going to get sick. People we love are going to get sick. All kinds of ugly, evil things. Viruses happen that cause us to not be able to go to school, not be able to play a sport we love, not be able to be around friends we love. All those kind of stuff. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But then we have a choice after the bad stuff happens. The bad things in our lives happen. We get abandoned or whatever. We have two choices. We can run away from God and try to find our peace or whatever, satisfaction, or overcome these things that happen, or we can run to God. And if we run away from God, bitterness will come, anger will come. If we run to God, we will find the comfort, we will find everything we need, and we will become better, as Philip discovered. And he said, I determined in my life, I'm going to allow hard things in my life to make me better, not bitter. I can relate to that as well and you'll hear Francis Chan talk about how, sometimes things happen that we didn't even do anything to make it happen, rumors or whatever. We know how prevalent those are today in our social media world, where something can get out there and it can just wreck your life. And you may not even be guilty of the thing. Maybe you made a little mistake. Maybe you didn't make any mistake, and it's out there. And when our identity and purpose is in what other people think about us, that wrecks our life. But if our identity and purpose is in our relationship with a loving God through Jesus Christ, then those things don't wreck our life. Do they hurt? Yeah, of course they hurt. Are there some pain involved? Yeah, of course there's some pain involved. But does it wreck your life? It doesn't have to. It can make us better. It can make us stronger. It can make our relationship with God better. And you're going to see an example testimony of a young man that kind of went through that as well. There's been times in my life, going all the way back from high school, when events took place, things happened to me, and I've told you about this. I became angry, I became bitter. And it wasn't until I decided to run to God that I started becoming better. And, being bitter is miserable. I can look back, and every time I ran away from God during hard times and became bitter, I can't say anything good about it. It was terrible. I hurt people around me. I just continued to hurt myself, and it was terrible. But regardless of how difficult the time was, every single time that I ran to God and sought everything I needed from Him, it became better. Did the hard times go away right away as soon as I did that? No. But it was a whole lot easier going through them, and I became a better person because of them. We can become better even during this situation we're going through right now, or we can become bitter. We can look at all the negative things that it's causing in our lives, or we can become better by running to God and allowing Him to be our strength, our encouragement. Some of you are going through hard times. Some of you are going through family situations, and some of you are going through sickness in your families. I've heard from a couple of you with prayer requests. Thank you for reaching out. I'm honored to pray for you, and I will do that. And when you reach out to me with a personal thing, I will make it more of a personal prayer for you, a more specific prayer for you. And a couple of you have done that, and I appreciate that. And please know, for those who have done that, I am praying for those situations, praying for you, praying for your family. So the next assignment you're going to have is Edpuzzle. There's going to be a testimony, and then a little lesson by Francis Chan, and then next week will be the second part of that Francis Chan video, and also a testimony from another young lady. And so I hope you enjoy those couple of questions, and maybe 3 for one of them, for each of those sections. And again, reach out to me if you have any specific prayer requests. And for the rest of you, just please know that I continue to pray for you. And I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you before this school year is over. But if I do or if I don't, God bless you.